I had known Christine for a few years and felt that her interest in medical and textile histories would be really well suited to this commission. I felt that with Christine we wouldn't get a direct representation of 7 women. Thought we would get a really thoughtful and interesting response to the design brief.
The Edinburgh Seven were amongst the first female students to enter British University when they came to study medicine here in Edinburgh in 1869. A lot of times these moments in our history, these sites of conflict, can be forgotten, and I think that's why it's really important to have memorials such as this tapestry that really give a longevity to their legacy as well.
I was looking at the history of tapestry as a starting point, looking at cloth, looking at the representation of women in cloth and how early tapestries conveyed a story, and thinking very much about this being something that had to touch upon a historical story. It had to be relevant there, but it also had to sort of move into the future. I started working with these movements of cloth, and that led me to thinking of how to capture these movements as a starting place for the design of the tapestry. So that took me to motion capture. Really what I did was film these series of movements and press pause at a shape that spoke to me about movement, or usually about the absence of the body and the relationship of fabric to the body. So these paused moments are what the weavers are trying to interpret, and there are lots and lots of kind of challenges within that.
When we first saw the designs from Christine, not all the shapes connected, so we had to find a practical solution for that. The best solution that we found was to weave the weft with a transparent nylon yarn, which still means that those shapes look like they're floating. You have to weave the negative space, so you have to weave the space below the design, and then when the tapestry was complete we had to then take away that part of the weaving. So we sampled colour. We sampled different weaving techniques, so there are bits of the tapestry that are double woven and then finer bits that recede. So this tapestry wouldn't have suited a wool. We used cottons, linens and then the nylon yarns, which gave it quite a clean sort of feel to it, not a woolly finish.
So thank you all for coming. We are standing with the amazing Dovecot Tapestry Studio team in front of the Edinburgh Seven. There's a whole year's worth of weaving to show you now.
For us, one of the big surprises has been how long the finishing has taken, and because of all the unusual elements of the tapestry, that probably took another 6 to 9 months just in the finishing process. I think we wanted to take the tapestries out and share them with the medics and the medical students, really to let them celebrate and acknowledge the Edinburgh Seven and its story. The medics and the students came, they got involved, they sat beside us, they talked about the story, about what we had made, so it was nice to have that.
What's exciting about this tapestry as a triptych is it can move into different spaces and be presented in different ways. The colour is quite extraordinary. They're violent colours, and in that sense it really stands out from, I think, any tapestry that Dovecot has produced in the past.
It's much, much more than an interpretation of my ideas, in the form of weaving. It's a whole new thing that's had to happen.
This tapestry has pushed the boundaries of what we do. It has made us think differently and think of different solutions to how to make something.